What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of KittyTheCockatoo. If you like what you see and you want to see more, then please feel free to subscribe to join the flock. So today we are going to be trying out the RPG Greedfall. I wanted this on release. I actually heard about this quite a long time ago when it was first ever sort of teased, and I've wanted it for a long time, but just never got around to getting it. And then a friend lovingly bought me it recently, so I thought I'd feature it on the channel. We might not be doing a full Let's Play on the channel. We might just be doing an impressions where I just play like an hour or two and we'll see what the game's like. However, if you would like to see more of the game, then please feel free to say so, and we'll try to do some more. But without further ado, let's go. New game. Well, let's just go normal. Normal's always a good middle ground.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes.
He's not really standing, is he? Like,
The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
oh, so this is obviously our character, and we're gonna magically somehow turn from a man to a woman. That's the only trouble in games when they start off with like your character like this. It's like, so we've already established they're a man and now they're a woman. I take quite a while doing character creation, so we're gonna skip through this as much as I can, and I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, so this is our character. It turns out that there's not actually as many customization options as I thought, but this is a AA game, so you can't really expect it to have the same levels as other games. So the classes, you've got a choice between warrior, which is I guess is just standard sort of, says on the tin, warrior. This, by the looks of it, looks like your ranger. Now I normally always play warrior or magic. I'm a bit confused why magic users use heavy weapons in this game. Seems quite interesting. Let's go magic though. Let's try this out. It said that you should do. Oh, what did it say again? Mental power and willpower. So what's the difference between these? Willpower increases maximum. Okay, spell duration. Blah blah blah. Need it to wear the best amulets, and this increases the power of all spells which are required to wear the best rings. Let's go for increased damage first. And then it said that you should look at science and intuition. Now, I'm a big fan of charisma. A lot of people look down on it, but I feel like in choice-driven games like this one is, charisma is quite important. But I think we'll leave it for now. Slightly increase the number of ingredients. That one doesn't seem that important right now. What was the other one? Science. Yes, I feel like we'll go science first, because I feel like being able to break through walls and stuff might be really important. Okay, let's go.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth.
But I hope it's not out your arse.
Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
I like how the dialogue is very 17th century. As are the clothes, you know. That's when people knew how to dress. So shift seems to make you stop still. That's a bit interesting. I wonder why they've got a button that just makes you suddenly stop. I'm used to shift being like to run forwards. Like quicker, quacker. To run quacker, guys. Because we're ducks now, apparently. Alright. You can definitely tell this is a AA game. I mean, it looks decent for the budget, but
Hey!
Oh.
Green blood!
Oh, my hands are sparkly.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Okay, so he just... Oh, it's got auto aim. So that's a... Why does he not take any damage, though? Oh, I messed up. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So this is a bit like Assassin's Creed style, where you've got to really time your parries. Oh, wait. So we're in the tactile method. Oh, that's because I pressed space. I'm convinced that space equals... So tab space. Oh, bind. Bind that to 1. Like, I'm just so used to the days of like Hellblade, where space is dodge.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
I feel like I've never played this game before.
I'd be
Let's
up for
do
that.
it.
A little last-minute training couldn't hurt.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Because obviously we don't want to like miss anything because we've never played the game before. So you can use Shadow Knight magic during your adventure. The stasis spell allows you to temporarily freeze an enemy. Spells use magic shown by the blue meter on the top. That seems pretty self-explanatory. So if we bind that to 2. Okay, it seems on all. Okay. I'm liking magic. But you do go through Magicka quite quickly. I wonder what you do when... Yeah, so when you're out of Magicka, you just got to wait for the regen then. Surely that should be going down now. Oh, that missed! Alright, so it can actually miss. Ah, that's what I'm missing out on. It wants me to cast that spell twice. I need to learn to read and pay attention. So that looks like it's going to be a really useful spell. Nope. So the physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. The armor absorbs part of the physical damage to break an enemy's army. Magic attacks ignore armor. Well, that's good. Oh. Oh, no. Again, and I must stop using space. And I must start blocking. Why can't I take my potion? I guess because health doesn't really matter in this one. No, it does. Fury is a state that allows you to use... I must think about... If you can do key bindings, I might change, because for some reason it says that, I'm pretty sure it said shift is to dodge, but when you press shift you don't seem to move. And I feel like I need space to be my dodge button because of Hellblade. So press Q for a fury attack. No, you see, I've done it again. That is not dodge. Stop it. Oh, that's pretty cool. He's firing missiles out everywhere like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Does whatever a Spider-Man does.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Let's be polite for once.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Cossillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Do you know, I can't help but feel that I wish this game had been like a AAA game in the sense that the 17th century RPG is such a unique idea, and I absolutely love it because I love like the 17th, 18th century. And it's just such a shame that it is sort of downgraded a little bit by AA graphics, but so far that it doesn't really bother me that much.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
She ain't looking well like.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Well, that's kind of sad. So are we like royalty or something, and there's like green blood, like the equivalent of blue bloods in this game? And I'm guessing like there's some sort of plague affecting people. Now, this looks good. So they need to work on faces a little bit, but damn, the lighting is good. Hold left shift to sprint, but it doesn't. When I hold left shift to sprint, I stop. I've got a feeling. Give me a minute, guys. Alright, so I've had to play around with the controls. We are gonna have to take the space, being sprint and dodge. It's comfortable as dodge, not so comfortable as sprint, but we're just gonna have to deal with it because
I wish you a good
shift
day,
doesn't
Your
work.
Excellency.
Wish you a good day too. Oh wow, look at that! Alright, now the game's starting to look good. Like, graphic-wise.
It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Oh, okay, so this is where you go into team members and stuff. This is reminding me of Dragon Age a little bit here. Confirm and quit. So side quests are circles, main quests are...
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Okay, so it even tells you when, like, that's pretty cool when you move along on the top there. Oh, pleasant. It actually shows you the quest that you're working at. Oh. Oh, now we can dodge. Look, there we go. Look.
Drink a potion.
I don't have a potion, do we? Do we? No. I guess this is like the... Oh, I just missed. I guess that's the downside of magic, is when you run out of magic, you can't do anything. Loot. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, that was a gun. Oh, no. Oh god, that does a lot of damage. But I dodged. So this game's actually not going to be an easy game. That's already confirmed. Oh. So glowing boxes are boxes that you can loot. Well, I always like a good bit of loot. Now, yes, as expected. This would be... Wait. Hoof fungus, interesting. That's not what we wanted. Where's the... Okay. So... Oh, I like that jacket though. Do you know when, like... That's probably better, but that just looks so much snazzier and you're so tempted to go for the snazzy outfit. But that one is... Nah, well, we're going snazzy. Can't not go snazzy. I'm gonna get really obsessed with the clothes in this game. Back. Also, you can get cloaks and stuff. We need a cape. Yes, can I? No, we need firearms to have a rifle. Oh, but we can now have a weapon. Yes. So we've got that, and then we've got the novice's ring, which I guess is how we do magic. But how do we switch weapons? Oh, we need a new hat. Discoverer's hat. Oh, look at us! Look at how snazzy we look now. Look at it, man. It looks so snazzy. So how do we switch weapons then? I forgot about that stasis. It's gonna take a while to get used to this game. We'll have a look at how to change weapons at some point, because I feel like when we run out of magic, it would be good to be able to beat someone over the head with a hammer. Is no one else getting a slight bit of, like, deja vu walking around here? You have discovered the princess plate. Oh, well, that's pleasant. I kind of want to look around. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm really tempted to walk around here. What is this? Who's this dude? Cardinal Antonius.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Freddy on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Oh, the side quests start already.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
I mean, I don't know any of that stuff yet.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
I
feel
must be
like-
going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
I feel like this is gonna be like the factions of the game, but I'd much rather look in. Oh, okay, I can't go up those chains on the door. I think I'd much rather go into all that later when we're a bit more aware of what's going on. So side quests. Negotiate with the vendor. Hereticunt. Can we like put one of these as? Okay. So you can mark them. I'm loving the lighting in this game. And the snazzy clothes.
The merchant is there.
Move, madam. Move, madam. I'll push you in the river. I could honestly dress like a 17th century person any day of the week. Speak to me.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
I don't think I'd want
You
to buy
can
something
start
from
by
him.
explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Ask more
Your
instructions.
master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Ask about other merchants
Why
then.
don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agreed to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Should we offer a bribe? I feel like we've got more chance of doing the... bribe than threaten with princess. Threaten him with a princess, guys.
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated, the dastardly boldness of him face in front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
So... Oh yeah, we need to go inform people, you know, you just can't skip that step. Is that the... Yeah. So... Yeah, it seems that... Excuse me, did you just step in front of me? Nope, put that away. So it looks like you have an impact, so what skills you get has a big impact on how you can deal with...
Good people, don't be afraid.
situations, which I really like that kind of thing.
Are your boots worn through?
My boots are lovely, thank you. I just took them from a dead body. Oh no, that's a dead end.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
So just made does he have a face like a pug? Like, know what I mean? It's like all squashed and like pug-like. Not like offending pugs are out, but I'm not a big fan. Oh, maybe we can use the smuggler. Hey, maybe the quests are gonna come together, you know? Lovely bit of plague going on. Lovely bit of plague in the morning to go with your beans and eggs. What's that icon? Apparently someone to talk to. It was, ooh. But it said someone is up a height, so I can't really talk to them. Wait, has this got to do with that quest? No. So is this
I
dude?
still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I
Nah.
need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Alright, so I guess that's where we go when we find Constantine. Give one to Constantine.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco!
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
It's got a point, it's a ship.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Oh god, there's just so much stuff to ask about.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Miss Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
I'm gonna just ask you
Have
about
you
everything.
seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Because curiosity.
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nauts. No one else may enter.
Okay, I feel like I hope we're not choosing factions already because I don't want to piss people off. Let's just
You haven't heard
continue down the
anything
list.
about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
I've got a feeling like this is going to be one of those games where you're not going to be able to do every side mission because I think some of them's going to conflict with factions a little bit, so you might have to like do multiple playthroughs.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
To get for everything.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler, the sailor.
Oh god, I've got so many
He's a
quests
captain,
already.
Kurt,
So at this
like
point, among
yourself.
the
And in order
notes
to
is about
interrogate
the.
smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
This is one that we're currently working on, so I feel like we should do. Wait, no. Wait. No, we wanted that one. We want to stick to one quest at a time. So temper the ship's logs. Temper the ship's logs. Alright. Let's go do some tampering then, like. This zone is under control of another faction than yours. Certain places have forbidden view. The costume of the faction will allow you to trick the gods. You can also self-approach with a god spots you, result in violent response and damage your reputation. So we need to get an outfit then. How does one go about getting an outfit?
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Blow it
Let's
up.
take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? Because I feel like we're gonna mess up here and destroy everything. We're gonna save the game. Oh, I love it. I finally got a game where you can have multiple save slots. I haven't had one of them in a while, because that's apparently a dated thing. I thought it'd be a modern thing.
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
Nope, 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 nope. That is clearly not the way to do that. We need to get a note outfit. It would have been really handy if that had had one in there. Does anyone Oh, hang on.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
We need some note clothes. Where do we get it from? Nope. Gold coins, only 3? Only 3? I mean... Actually, do you know what? That might be the quest to go for. Maybe if we do that quest, we might get a note outfit, and then from there we can get into the other bit.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Has no one ever taught these people that face tattoos are just not the thing?
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
So about the cabin boy.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
He's been murdered.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Wait, that makes me feel old, like.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Alright, well, you were as useful as a chocolate flying on your face, weren't you? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button again.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
I don't know why, but the voices don't always seem to match the faces. Like, I imagine him to look a bit like Hagrid from Harry Potter. And he just doesn't.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Alright.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the love? Search the smuggler's belongings. When did that option get there? Are we getting like... Will she be really suspicious if we do this? Right, don't mind me, I'm just gonna search your belongings. When you're not looking. I have 2 new clients. I want to go to Alsad and the Inquisitors are on their heels, which will not make my job easier. I can get them onto a ship inconspicuously, but we will have to be cautious. I hope that they will prove patient and discreet. I'll hide them away in a warehouse behind the harbour office where the Inquisitors will never dare to enter. Yeah. I hope that looks as dapper as what I'm currently wearing. No, it does not, but whatever. Didn't look bad though. Oh, I disguised as a note now. What? It's all coming together, guys. It is all coming together. We got this. We're cooking on gas and we're making them eggs. Right, so we want to go... Well, that's 2 quests at once. So, it'll just be efficient to go there, wouldn't it? Get a lot of mushrooms. In Greedfall, quests can usually be completed in several different ways. Sade has more than one string to his bow. I'm a girl! How dare you assume my gender like that? Cunning, persuasion, intuition, corruption, creating items on the crafting table will be some of the means available to you to reach your goals. To improve in these areas, spend points in the corresponding talent tree or wear equipment that offers bonuses. Threats and combat are also options when your enemy is not receptive to your talents. Ew, Oh, he's got a snazzy outfit. Right.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
So I'm guessing it might be a good idea to keep some outfits like hanging around for
I'm looking
different
for
factions.
my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
I'm guessing we're gonna need crafting to be able to do that. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Money, money, money. Must be funny in a rich man's world.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Alright, so I've got to go to the crafting station and learn about crafting. But first, we're going to ask about the little boy.
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
No, he's looking
Am
well.
I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
How can you even see anything? He looks blind to me.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any
Ooh,
wealthy merchant
that's the
gain from
crafting
holding a
thing.
penniless child?
Craftsmanship allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You need knowledge to be able to use. So we need to actually have the. Hang on. We can craft the metal dowels. Confirm. Apparently you need a laced drink and a sleeping potion. That needs a bottle of brandy and a sleeping potion. This one needs hoof fungus. We got that. beast essence. So I guess we just need to get some more items for that. Interesting. Let's save the game. We like to save the game. Always save the game. We've learned our lesson too many times. But not saving games. This is trouble with RPGs. You never really know where to leave them. Because I think... I could be wrong, but I think we've been playing for almost an hour now. And, I don't like videos getting too long, but... Oh, sorry, I just hit the mic there. But I also don't want to... Let's see if we can finish this quest. We might not be able to finish this quest in time. But if we can, then we will. Even if we have to skip out some of the... Oh, hang on. Oh, wrong button.
You're running out of energy. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. To my help. You're running out of energy.
Hang on. One, I accidentally drank a potion, so I've probably not got all of them left. Two, I've now just learned that in this game, there's obviously combat areas that if you leave, the combat resets. Because we accidentally reset that. So let's just wait for our magicka to build up again. We need to like learn how to get the hammer out. Because it doesn't... I want to be able to hit people with a hammer, you know? Alright. Oh, we want to get rid of the... Yeah. You also want to get rid of the ranged people first. And we're just going to sit and block all your attacks.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Until we can hit you.
Things are about to get dicey.
Or we can just do that.
Drink a potion. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
I don't have a potion. Stop telling me to drink one. You're like a broken record. I must figure out how to get my hammer out. Oh, she just popped in out of nowhere. Yeah, people are really clever around here, aren't they? They just pop in. Do I even want to know what's going on there?
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter,
Could
please.
she? But don't mind if I do. It's so naughty sometimes.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
What?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement. And it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
That's the wrong
My
man.
son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
I'm calling bullshit.
Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
So I guess like these quests are a good opportunity to learn about the different factions a little bit. I mean, we've got a quest there that we need to do, but we want to finish this quest first. So I might skip the running and see you soon. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home, and we are his only family.
So, we're gonna have to make a choice.
Be back soon, Captain.
So we're gonna
See anyone else who might be able to help us?
we're gonna have to choose between
Anyone
the
who's not a
two.
Naut?
Sir de Corsilion is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
I don't feel like the Naut thing is scientific knowledge, but alright.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
I mean, damn, that's pretty messed up. Right, well, I feel like this quest is going to be longer than we thought, so I might leave it there because this video is now reaching quite a long point. So thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know if you want Greedfall to be a series on the channel. Like, I might put a couple of videos up as the impressions, like, from the first couple of hours, because obviously RPGs are quite slow at the start. But, you know, they won't be frequent or anything like that at the moment. So just let me know if you feel like you'd like to see more Greedfall, and I'll try to do it. But thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, and see you next time. Toodles!